A long and winding road is a great way to describe the journey of Brenda Dankert. This hard-nosed, gutted-out mother of four is as tough as they come, and now her travels have taken her to a new home, or homes if you will, with the Grand Island Fire Department.
When you're new on staff, you are considered the traveler. Once you're off probation, you're the traveler. So there are 4 houses here in Grand Island, and I travel to all 4. Each shift before I come on, I have to check to see where the manning wants to put me. If somebody calls in sick, somebody's taken vacation, then I travel to that station. I am stationed out of 2, but most of the time I end up traveling, so it's kind of a 50-50.
To ask Brenda, it's more than just filling in where needed. It's really about attaining a greater knowledge of everything and everyone. Besides, Brenda is fine with earning her way into a permanent house.
You earn the right to get to stay someplace because it is a pain to pack up all of your stuff, you know, everything that you're going to need for 24 hours. Food, extra clothing, bunker gear, whatever, you know, your study materials that you like to have with you, all the books. I mean, having to move all that stuff regularly for people is not desirable. So that's why the new person gets to travel. Plus the new person gets to travel, they get to meet all the people. You get more familiar with all the apparatuses and what each station specializes a little bit. So then you get some more knowledge of the specialties. You don't get stuck in one rut and think that you're always going to be taking care of a certain type of patient or a certain type of rescue situation.
So how long will it take for Brenda to find a permanent home? Longer than you might think.
It depends on how much our turnover is. Some people have spent, on average, I'd say people spend 7 to 11 years traveling before they get a permanent house.
Aside from having to move her personal belongings from place to place, week in and week out, never knowing what's waiting for her on the other end of an emergency call, and being the only female on staff, there's also the issue of sleep deprivation.
People were worried for the sleep pattern, and I kind of laughed at them. I am the mother of 4 children. All 4 of my children ended up getting RSV and having asthma and pneumonia, and I have done more breathing treatments in the middle of the night, and my children didn't sink those breathing treatments. One of them would start having bronchospasms, and I'd be up, and I'd be doing the nebulizer with my head down, going, oh, I'm so tired. The next one would hit half an hour later, and I mean, I've done that over the course of 10 years. My oldest is 13, and then I have 8, 5, and 4. So sleep deprivation, I think women deal with it very well.
So how does this wife, mother, and solo female member of the Grand Island Fire Department keep things in perspective? That's easy, an unwavering attitude of gratitude.
I am blessed that I have more than enough opportunity to make ends meet in my household. Yes, sometimes I work a lot, but I try to count my blessings that I am healthy enough to work, that I have plenty of opportunities to work, and that my work is extremely enjoyable and very rewarding.
What do your children think about their mom not only being a firefighter, paramedic, but a competitor on a world stage?
My kids are pretty pumped. You know, I was wondering how this last week would go. I went off to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, to compete in the World Firefighter Combat Challenge. I qualified last year for Worlds, but didn't go. This year when I went to Omaha and competed, I qualified again for Worlds, and this year I'm like, the agreement with my partner was that if we qualify, we're going, even if we barely qualify. I'm like, all right, we're going. So we went, and it's an amazing culture. And you know, I talked to my kids before I went, and I'm like, you know, really, I'm going to be gone for a whole week. You know, I was gone for 2 weeks with my medic, but I don't know, that was educational was different. You know, I don't have to do the Firefighter Combat Challenge, but I enjoy physical and competing, and you know, it's something that's my personal, something that I enjoy. That's what I do for pleasure for me. And they were like, no, I think you better go, Mom. You know, I think it's one of those things in life you'll regret not going. Just because I'm the mother of 4 doesn't mean that I gave up who I am and put my life on hold. That's really not what I want to role model for my children. I believe life is a participator sport, not a spectator sport, and that you need to go out and get involved and serve others.
So how disciplined and committed does one have to be to survive in the world of firefighters? As Brenda will be the first to tell you, the physical demands, the mental challenges, and the ability to learn and relearn every day is crucial, because you never know what is waiting for you on the other end of an emergency call.
We have annual Fit for Duty testing. The test that I took, the physical test that I took to get on board is required every year. And it is a very physically demanding test. So as we age, regardless of gender, it becomes more and more challenging because by normal pathophysiology, you're losing muscle mass every day and bone density. So you have to work pretty hard. Some of the guys, it'll be easy for all their life just because of their natural size and God-given blessings. So that's very challenging. They monitor your calls. They're always reviewing my calls to make sure if I make good medical decisions. Talking to me when they feel I've deviated from an SOP or why did you make that choice. Where we take EMS tests every month to help train and learn more. We take refresher courses. We do all kinds of things to make ourselves better at what we do. I just went to Anniston for a class in weapons of mass destruction for a week. So I get an amazing amount of training. The amount of training is unbelievable. You know, we do our rope rescue, we do ice rescue. I mean, we never lack for anything to train on. The amount of things that you can come upon in a scene is profound. The gamut is endless.
What does Brenda have to say to the citizens of Grand Island in regard to the Grand Island Fire Department?
I'd say your tax dollars are well spent. You have some amazing individuals that take their jobs very seriously, that train very hard, that not just sacrifice a third of their lives away from their family, a third of your lives away from your family. They take additional time beyond that to train and make sure they're very good at what they do, so that they can be there for you in your hour of need, where it's happening. You know, you don't have to get yourself to the ER, we come to you. You know, or if your house is on fire, we come to you, you know. And we're very good at knowing the resources to hook you into in the community, you know, for CERT, if your house does burn down. I mean, it's an amazing service to be part of, and your dollars are well spent.
And the city of Grand Island would echo that same sentiment to you, Brenda. Thank you for providing such a great service to our citizens. There's never more comfort than knowing someone like you will be on the other end of our emergency phone calls day in and day out. We're glad to have you on the job.